하나, 둘, 셋. 1 million. 안녕하세요. 원스티디입니다. First of all, big thank you to all of you who participated in the Few Special Twice giveaway. We received a total of 64 entries. That's a lot of entries of how each of you have been made to feel special by Twice. A lot of you shared very personal stories. And so I thank you because it's a real privilege to hear them from you, and I know they mean so much to you, and these stories are not always easy to share about how Twice have helped you through some really difficult times in your life. And I just really want to thank you for being so open to share them with me. And we are still in the process of sorting out and picking our winners, so do have a little bit of patience. We're going to be announcing the winners soon in the next unboxing video. But since all of you have written in to share about how Twice have meant so much to you and how Twice have made you feel special, I just thought today I'll do my own story, a little story about how Twice made me feel special ever since I became a once. And just a little background, I was someone who never enjoyed K-pop. I would kind of look down on people who listen to K-pop. I would think that was trashy music, just dance music that had no meaning. And I'm happily eating my words right now. I'm pretty much kind of an oldie kind of guy. I love the Carpenters, the Eagles, the Bee Gees, the Beatles. If you've known any of those, you know kind of how old I am. But yeah, that's me. So I used to listen to a lot of music from the 80s and 90s, and I never really got into K-pop ever. Like, there was never a K-pop phase for me. But if I were to talk about my journey with Twice, it starts off sometime in 2017 actually. So my very first exposure to Twice was at a friend's wedding actually. So it's quite interesting. In Singapore, when we have weddings, there's this thing called the gate crash. So what happens in the gate crash is that the groom, right, has a band of brothers who goes to pick up the bride from the bride's house. And before they can pick up the bride, there is a couple of trials and challenges that they have to complete. And one of them, and one of my very good friends' wedding, was to dance to Twice's TT. At the point in time, I didn't know who Twice were, so it didn't really register, but it was hilarious. So there was a group of about 5 to 6 guys, all of us dancing to TT. And it's hilarious. I think the video's out there somewhere. I don't have it now, so don't ask me for it. But yeah, we danced to TT. That was my very first time I met Twice, and it didn't register. I didn't remember very much about it, so that was that. I think sometime later in 2017, in Singapore we have this thing called national service. So all men, or rather all guys from the age of 18 have to serve in the national service. So after we've finished our 2 years of mandatory service, we have to go back for this thing called reservist, which means that every year we're called back for about 2 to 3 weeks at a time to be in the army camps and conduct trainings and stuff. So I'm a medical officer, so I'm a doctor, right? So when I go back to the army, I'm serving as a doctor there. And it's pretty interesting. So I went back for my very first reservist training. And I met a fellow doctor there who happens to be a Koreanophile, so he loves all things Korean. He's more of an army, I think. I think he's into BTS and into K-pop in general as well. And because my name is Tek T, right? So my full name is Tan Tek T, so that's 3 T's in my name. And he saw me and he looked at the name list and was like, "Oh, you're TT. Like, do you know about this song by Twice?" And I was like, "No, never heard of it." And he tried to show me more of Twice's songs and stuff. Again, never really registered. I never really got into it. And here's the thing. So he actually had a concert ticket. This was a free concert ticket. He was going to gift me a concert ticket to Twice Lights. This wasn't Twice Lights then. It was one of the Twice concerts in 2017. I said I wasn't interested, okay? So, shoot me, yeah, sue me. I said I wasn't interested and I gave up a free ticket. So, karma's gonna bite me, right? So, yeah, so that was around the end of 2017. I was not a once yet. And just an idea of what I was going through in 2017 and 18. So, some of you may know I'm a doctor. So I used to be actually in a hospital, and I was training to be a children's doctor or a pediatrician. I was in the training program for about 4 years, but in 1.6 and 1.7, we have to take this specialty exam to advance in our careers, to be a consultant, someone more advanced in the career. and I took the test twice. This was an examination, and it's a very tough exam. I didn't clear it the first time, and I had to stay on for another year. And I took it again, and I failed it again. And as a result, towards the end of 2017, I actually left the hospital to basically give up. I gave up my dream to be a children's doctor, and now I'm working at a clinic where I'm a family doctor. And it was a time where I guess I felt pretty lost. I didn't know what I was really doing. I felt humiliated, embarrassed because I couldn't clear the exam, and I felt like a failure a lot of the time. And I think that was when I had just gone to work in the clinic. I felt really lost because it was not like the work that I used to do in the hospital. I just didn't know where I was going in my life, and this summed up pretty much my 2017 and going to 2018. I was working there. I didn't really have a sense of purpose. I didn't really know who I was anymore. And in 2018, when What Is Love came out, that was a song that hooked me. And I think I may have shared this before in my live streams and also elsewhere, that it was really What Is Love that spoke to me. It was this really positive song, great vibes in that song. It's so energetic. It's just so cheerful. And I heard it, I was hooked. I couldn't stop listening to it. I think for a good 1 month I was listening to it almost twice a day. Well, I mean, I'm not kidding. Like that's how often I listen to it. That's how I managed to memorize the rap parts. And it's really that song that led me in. And I remember the first variety that I watched was Twice Elegant Private Life, and that was really the first time I got to really know these girls, that they're not just 9 really beautiful, really cute girls, but they have such great personalities, and Twice Elegant Private Life has so many gems and so many memorable moments. I highly recommend you, no matter how long you've been a once, if you haven't watched Twice Elegant Private Life, go watch it. I have a link for you, so do watch it. It's a great introduction to all of Twice. And well, I mean, What Is Love was a song that really hooked me and brought me into the One's fandom. And it was later on, I think, when I first heard One in a Million, and that song ended up being my very first guitar cover, and that's how I started my YouTube channel, Dog by Day. And One in a Million really spoke to me because if you look at the chorus especially, as I mentioned, it was a time when I was kind of feeling lost and feeling like a failure in life, ashamed of not being able to fulfill my dream of being a children's doctor. And the lyrics of One in a Million really spoke to me, and it talks about how really I'm special. There's no one else like me in this world. I'm a masterpiece. And no matter what I may be going through, whether it's a good day or a tough day, I can always look to Twice, and there they are. They are always believing in us, onces. And it's a song that I guess brought me through some of my really dark times. And yeah, I became a once there and then. And I would say, apart from Twice, and their uplifting songs and their personalities, and them always loving us onces, I think I really have to thank all of you onces, fellow onces in the fandom. I'm just going to give a shout out to Jack Fan, our Uncle Once, and I think he mentioned something in the interview recently that he was really moved by the positivity of this fandom. And I think our fandom is really beautiful like no other. And I remember when I first started posting on Twice groups and putting out my cover videos, I wasn't very good at the start with my guitar covers and all that, but Onces showed me a lot of support, gave me a lot of encouragement, a lot of feedback on how to improve and where to look for resources, where to find varieties, where to follow them on award shows and all that. And I'm really thankful to all of you. And I mean, just look at my YouTube channel. I started out, 1 year ago when I first started making Twice content. I started out with 4 subscribers. It was a single digit, 4 subscribers. And look at it today, thanks to all of you, we're hitting almost 400 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing to me. I'm just overwhelmed by all your support here. So I just want to thank you for all of you who have been there from the very start, or those who have just dropped in recently for the giveaways and whatnot. I just want to thank you for liking my content, for continuing to support me, And rest assured, I'm going to be putting up more content, organizing more giveaways, and as a small way to give thanks and to show my appreciation for all of you. So yeah, this is my story of how I became a once and how Twice made me feel special. Thank you for all your submissions, those of you who took part in the giveaway and who have sent me your stories. And yeah, feel free to leave comments in the comment section below about how Twice made you feel special. I'd love to hear more stories, and stay tuned for my next unboxing video. My albums, I think, will likely arrive in about 1 or 2 weeks. So we're still in the process of reading through everyone's submissions. A lot of great stories, really uplifting, really moving stories. And thank you for all of that. Give us some time. Me and my guest judges, we are looking at them, and we will be choosing our top 3 winners for the Feel Special versions A, B, and C albums. Stay tuned. Rest assured, it's going to 3 very lucky winners out there. So thank you for listening. This is a kind of different video, but I hope you enjoyed my story, and feel free to share your own in the comments below. Thank you. Have a nice day.